All right, hey yo guys, this is Cobra Awesome, and I'm back with another rant as I promised. I already talked about Cartoon Network, and today I'm going to be talking about Nickelodeon because there's a lot to talk about this channel, especially on how it is nowadays. It's a real sad shame. So, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into this rant video. Now, where to start with Nickelodeon? Where to start? All right, just like with Cartoon Network, let's start, let's rewind the tape from back then. So, you see, Nickelodeon used to be um, that number one kids channel, and they ruled the world back in the 90s and the early 2000s, but mostly in the 90s. They did a lot during that era. They had their own studios at Universal Studios in Orlando. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Uh, and even fans still miss that place still to this day. I see it a lot on social media, and unfortunately, I never got a chance to visit the place. But I did visit Universal Orlando twice as a kid, but I never got a chance to visit the studios. But I always wanted to, but I unfortunately I didn't get the chance. But it was a popular place, but unfortunately, due to finances, the place was unfortunately closed down, and Nickelodeon focus on their live action shows in Burbank, California. So Nickelodeon Studios was never a thing anymore, which was really sad, and a lot of fans miss that place because they have so many memories of seeing Slime Time Live and all of these great shows that Nickelodeon had taped over there. So yeah, so as I said, Nickelodeon, they ruled the world, especially in the 90s. They did a lot of stuff. They had so many great shows and cartoons. Like they were the king of children's television. Like, dominating like Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and all these kids channel. Like Nickelodeon was the king. But um I have been thinking about this for quite some time now, and I was trying to like figure out, and like I was trying to like analyze and like try to figure out like when exactly did Nickelodeon died. Like I was looking back in the past, and I was looking at all these years that Nickelodeon was doing, really well during that time. So I would say, in my honest opinion, I'm sure you guys will have different opinions about this. I would say that Nickelodeon like died. I think after iCarly ended and Victorious. Yeah, I think after those shows ended, I think that's when Nickelodeon started to go downhill, and they started to focus mostly on SpongeBob, which it is nowadays. Especially them still running it 24/7 on the Nicktoons channel, which is super disgusting. I said it in many of these videos. So yeah, so as I said, I feel like Nickelodeon died after iCarly and Victorious ended, like, and they went into another direction, and that's when they started airing SpongeBob a lot. And I mean, yeah, we did get the Loud House um and the Thundermans, and I think at that time, and other shows, but they just focused on SpongeBob straight nonstop. And it was trash. It was disgusting. So and then after Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, died, like, the whole story, the spin-offs, and I don't want to go into that, but you guys, I said in these videos before, so yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah, so Nickelodeon went downhill since then, and now like Nickelodeon is super controversial. Like, check this out. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen the documentary they did called Quiet on Set. Uh, it talks about, the allegations against Dan Snyder, the creator of iCarly, Drake and Josh, and all those Nick shows from back in the days, and these other people who worked on Nickelodeon did like, I don't want to go into details. I will do a rant talking about the documentary Quiet on Set, because there's a lot to talk about. But what I will say, like, when I first watched it last year when it came out, like, I was cringing. I was disturbed of what I was hearing. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like I was just like turning my face away, like I was just like shaking my head left and right. Like I was just shocked. I couldn't believe it. I knew about Dan Snyder, but when I found out more about him, of what he was doing, I was like, whoa, are you serious? And and what happened to Drake Bell? Like stay tuned. Like I will do a video talking about that documentary, and I felt for Mark Summers, the host of Double Dare, because the producers basically lied to him and say like, oh hey, we're doing this thing for Nickelodeon. We're doing a documentary talking about Nickelodeon, and Mark was like, oh okay, not knowing what this was about, and so at the beginning, like he talks about like, oh Nickelodeon's awesome, and I had fun working with these kids and stuff like that. And Double Dare was our show. It was the top rated, you know, and then he found out the truth, and they the producers lied to him, and yeah, so and now like Nickelodeon is doing nothing but SpongeBob. Like Nickelodeon is it, like SpongeBob is basically their idol. Like they just focus nothing but SpongeBob. I mean, even when SpongeBob first started back in 1999, over 25 years ago, I mean, yes, it was a success and it did well for Nickelodeon, but Nickelodeon still had the the other shows that were popular. They still had Rugrats. They still had Rocko's Martin Live, Cat Dog, the Wild Thornberries, the Fairy Odd Parents, and the list goes on. I mean, yeah, they did marathons of SpongeBob, but it wasn't like 24/7 like what they're still doing on the Nicktoons channel. So now they're just marathoning SpongeBob every single day, and SpongeBob still air. Excuse me. SpongeBob still airs on the Nicktoons channel 24/7, and SpongeBob still airs on the original channel. So I don't understand. So Nickelodeon is basically dead at this point. As I said, they were the king of kids television back in the 90s. They did all this stuff. And as I said about the Quiet on Set, there was some crazy stuff behind closed door with the with the whole Dan Snyder thing and these producers and stuff like that. But Nickelodeon, they had something. They had something. They knew what they were doing, and we all 90s and early 2000s, like we were fans of all the stuff that they were doing. Like effort and hard work and dedication was put on all the stuff that they were doing. Like and when you see the stuff, when you saw the stuff they did back then, you could tell like they did care. But nowadays they don't care. All they care about is just money, 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 and it's just nothing but SpongeBob 24/7. And it's a shame, and it's sad. So and as I said with Cartoon Network, like nowadays it's like streaming and Paramount and all that stuff going on. So yeah, so Nickelodeon is dead, just like Cartoon Network. But yeah, I was that I was I was into Nickelodeon. I was into Cartoon Network mostly, but Nickelodeon, they not let's not forget, like they had like the sister channels. Like I already talked about Nicktoons, but they had like Noggin, and back then they had like the N, which was T Nick now. And my all-time favorite was Nickelodeon Gas Games and Sports for Kids. Man, that channel never gets old. The intro, they air like the game shows like Double Dare and The Legends of the Hidden Temple, Nick Arcade, and all those good stuff. So look, like look at back then. Look at how much quality of entertainment like we had from Nickelodeon back then compared to what we have right now. Now it's just SpongeBob, SpongeBob, SpongeBob. Like seriously, SpongeBob can go to hell. Like that, I said it. I'm sorry. I mean, I was a SpongeBob kid, but Nickelodeon is taking it way too far by marathon and SpongeBob 24/7, and it's a shame. Like SpongeBob can go to hell. SpongeBob could seriously go to hell. Like I don't give a f about SpongeBob anymore. I'm sorry, Nickelodeon. Y'all took it too far. Seriously, Yeah, I'll take it too far with this whole SpongeBob 24/7 BS. Like I'm sorry, I said it. Like SpongeBob can go to hell. But like look at back then, like how much quality entertainment we had. They have a variety of these with entertainment, like the content. Look at all that stuff I just mentioned. All that stuff they had. They had something back then. They had something. Just like Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network had something, and Nickelodeon had something as well. So now it's just controversial, and now these Nick stars are speaking up. It it's just crazy. It's crazy, and it's really sad. Um, it's really sad. Uh, it's a shame. It's a shame how they are right now. Like they feel like unrecognizable now compared to back then. Yeah. That's all I gotta say for Nickelodeon. That's it for this rant. Next up is Disney Channel. I'm trying to figure out where to start with Disney Channel because there is some stuff to say about it. But I just need to get this Nickelodeon thing off my chest because this has been going on for way too long with this whole SpongeBob 24/7 thing. Like Nickelodeon is dead, just like Cartoon Network. So oh well, they were so great back in the days, and I miss that. I really do. All right, so if you agree with what I'm saying in this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for more rants. These rant videos will still continue, so this is just the beginning. So next up is Nickelodeon. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and post a comment down below and let me know how y'all feel about Nickelodeon nowadays and this SpongeBob BS and all that stuff. Post a comment down below, and as I said earlier, I will talk about Quiet on Set documentary. I don't know if I want to watch the whole thing again, just for the video I'm about to do, but I probably might have to. But it's it's disgusting. That documentary is disgusting. Yeah, it's really sad. All right, take care and take care. Bye.